Farmer Dre back at it. Today we are heading out to Arkansas. As you guys know, over the winter I'll be helping my brother Val out with the installation and construction of greenhouses and high tunnels. Since things are really slowing down here on the farm and we don't have much to do, I'm gonna go ahead and be helping him out and just trying to help get high tunnels and greenhouses finished. So today we are heading down to Arkansas. We got Brownie on the trailer there. I think they're getting the auger. We got all the tools in there. So I guess I have to jump on Brownie here and move it forward so we can put the auger there. Let's see here. Oh, super close. Oh no. Hey, come on. I moved the tires so there's plenty of room. Hey, come this way some. Alrighty, so all the trucks are loaded here. We're about to head out. This is the boss man right here. Better watch out what I say around him, because if I see too much junk, he's gonna fire me. So come on. Alrighty, so now we are in Arkansas, and I forgot I had the camera with me the whole time. I was gonna film some B-roll shots of the road, but now we're out here. It's just walk down there with the boys. It's a fairly muddy mess. Adrian is finishing his lunch. Now we're gonna go ahead and unload a Brownie here and get started. So we got Brownie unloaded, and now we're in the tool trailer getting everything figured out. So this is the tunnel right here. We finished installing last week. No, 2 weeks. I don't even remember. Quite some time ago. So we got the entire frame from down. I mean, the track was done, but we got the entire frame put up in about 20 hours of work. 5 guys, and now we got to finish that end wall there. It's solid end walls, metal end walls. And then put it on poly, but it's super wet out here, super muddy. It's a muddy mess, and we can't pull plastic because the ground's got to be fairly dry, because whenever we do pull the plastic, we don't want the plastic to get all muddy, and then it looks really ugly. And I mean, if it gets on the inside, then there's no way you could wash it off unless you get a pressure wash from the inside of the tunnel. But we'll see what we figure out today and tomorrow, and then we will see. So the plan is to get that end wall fabricated and installed in the next few minutes here, next few hours in all reality. But alrighty, so the problem of working with the boys is I forget to film. So we already installed. Look how musty it is here. Look how muddy it is. The end wall's complete, and now it's filled up. These are prefabbed end walls. Now we're gonna install them and put them up here. So super easy to install, super easy to put together. It's just time to go. So the end wall is pretty much complete. So with this tunnel, it's a movable tunnel. So all the end walls and everything are off the ground, and the walls can come off. And I mean, if you're building a movable tunnel, you gotta be able to do that. All of our tunnels on our farm are stationary. They're not moving anywhere. So we put everything in the ground, making sure it's nice and solid. With this, you gotta have a lot of anchors and a lot of different stuff that make it movable. But then again, you get the benefit of having the double space available for being covered with plastic. So for this customer, what he's grown in it, he's growing figs. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys. He already planted some fig trees, so he can go ahead and start growing his figs. So these are some of the fig trees he has planted in here, and he had a small patch over there. So he's kind of got cuttings and rooted plants here and put them in here. They're small, they're still dormant. There's some green tipping here on that. So generally with figs, especially in this area, I don't know much about figs. I know a little bit. There are some varieties native to Missouri, and those varieties work really well, but the only downside of those varieties, they only work well if the temperature, the winter temperature stays around 15 degrees. If it goes lower than 15 degrees, then the entire green plant dies back down to the roots, and then next year you'll have the fig trees growing from the roots up. So then it kind of delays. But with figs, they're a tree, I mean a shrub or something, but the more wood you have, the better quality the fig is actually. So he just has a few planted here and there. So this high tunnel is specifically just for fig production, and this customer, he's just growing them just for himself and some friends and family. If he has any extras, in he'll sell them, but this is just more for his recreational purposes and just have a little fun at it. So this tunnel will move another 96 foot from this point all the way to that side. So this wall will come up, and then you'll be able to farm that land. So the whole idea behind this is, let's say you plant a crop of tomatoes, you start them in here, wait until they start producing, then you move the tunnel and start your winter crop like lettuce, spinach, kale, whatever, and then you finish off your tomatoes and the outside, and then whenever the other side crop gets mature enough, then you go ahead and move back and forth. So the system makes sense, but like I said, it just depends what crop you're going and whatnot. But figs in a high tunnel. So we were doing here, we have to fabricate a door for the customer, and since this was a solid no entry wall here, we had to do that. So Val here is a pro at fabricating stuff, and we're putting in the door. Alrighty, so now we are installing poly on this wall here, polycarbonate. That's right, this stuff right here. I don't know what that is. There you go. We just call it poly and the plastic on top. So all the framing is done. Now just the poly on there. And this is my first time ever installing this. These boys here have installed other places, but I don't know. So Val, what's the easiest way to cut polycarbonate?
With a table saw or skill saw, and to do round edges, grinder. So metal grinder. Yeah, everything that cuts wood will cut plastic pretty good with foam. So you got to remove the protective film and add this 3M Scotch tape on the bottom of it to prevent bugs and stuff from going up into it.
So we're gonna continue working here, and I'm just gonna put you guys on a hyperlapse here. I kind of feel bad for doing that because I don't really explain what we're doing, but whenever it's time to go, it's time to go. Alrighty, y'all, it's day 2 here at the job out in Arkansas. We stopped by a coffee truck this morning, got us some coffees, and then a acai bowl, whatever. I don't know. But yeah, let's head to work and start getting it done. So here we are, that's what we got done last night. Hopefully we'll get the walls, both end walls completed, and then
well, let me tell you guys something. If Farmer Dre would stop recording, so his GoPro is magic. I said stop, you know, and then recording, so it shut off. But I was saying, if Farmer Dre would stop, we would be done.
yeah, that's what happens when you're a professional YouTuber. No, it's, you know, it just takes a little extra time, but for you guys, the content, it's worth it. So yep, I guess I kind of feel bad at putting up hyperlapses, and I'm not really explaining what we're doing, but whenever, I mean, we're on top of there doing it, it's kind of hard to explain exactly. So if you guys have any questions about what we're doing here, you guys can email Val at truehomellc@gmail.com.
He doesn't know what he's doing. That's why he has us here.
I'm gonna link his email down in the description. So he is the high tunnel pro. If you guys need high tunnels, if you guys need any information about building these things, he could get you hooked up. So truehomellc@gmail.com. Hit him up with your emails and he'll get you all the information you need about building, about installation, about sales, about everything high tunnel greenhouse related. He is the expert. So these are the exact same doors we have on our tunnels, but we get them already with the poly installed on these. We have to install the poly ourselves, but this poly is nice. If I would ever do a solid steel end wall, I would go ahead and do the poly, but the way we do with our plastic, it's just easier to install, just because you pull, it's just one sheet of plastic and you just cut it out. And I mean, with the time of us putting on a poly on here, we could have had plastic, the 6mm plastic put on like 5 end walls. It takes a little longer, but this stuff is good for many years. I mean, 10, 20 years, maybe 30 years if you don't damage it or get any hailstorm. With plastic, you gotta, especially on the top, on the roof, every 7 to 10 years you gotta change it out. And on the end walls, it's good if you don't have any holes in it, but that's the beauty of having all steel high tunnels, is that it keeps for a lot longer. But if you take care of any high tunnel, it's gonna keep for a long time anyway, so. Polycarbonate, don't leave it out in the sun, otherwise it gets stuck and they won't come off. So then you gotta, it's gonna look ugly. And then, I mean, you can never take it off because it becomes part of the actual polycarbonate. Yeah, it melts into it. So whenever you guys get this in, store it indoors or cover it with something. No direct sunlight. So what this customer did, he just left the pallet out next to the frame in the tunnel. And this stuff, I mean, it's infused inside the poly there. You cannot take it off. It's stuck. You can use a razor blade, but it'll scratch the whole thing. It scratches up the poly, and then, I mean, and then same thing on the white side as well. You guys see all that white? That's more like paper, and it's not coming off. So if you guys can see over there, that big old blue spot there, it's just not coming off. So this is an aluminum tape. You put this on top of the sheet, and then what it does is it prevents water, moisture, bugs, anything to go inside. As you guys can tell, this is my first time ever installing poly, so I have no idea what I'm talking about here, but these guys are the pros. They've already done through 3 tunnels, 4 tunnels of poly. Probably more than that with, well, they did a greenhouse at a school that was complete, I mean, it was solid poly. So that's how these guys have so much knowledge about poly, and I'm sitting here asking like so many questions. Like, Dre, get to work!
best way to do with this on is on the bottom.
Bottom up.
It's easier to see.
Oh.
It's easier to see where you're taping.
So I done messed this one up.
Oh, you're fine, just go.
You could tell I'm the rookie of the rookies.
You can't get a straight line, but you can. Farmer Dre walking over the bridge. We had to make a bridge over here because of all the water. To make it easier for us, we're installing the channel, H channel on this side. That's perfect. Doesn't he look good when he works?
Oh yeah. Work! What's work? So the end wall is complete. Now we're moving to the other side. Just got done with lunch. So I'm kind of full, you know, but that's good, that's good. So what we did here, got the door latch here, just like ours at home. Doors are finished. Everything, I mean, this whole entire thing is finished here. Got the baseboard, headboard done. And what you do here, since this is a movable tunnel, you got to be able to move these T-posts out. So hold it. This supports the end wall here. Alrighty, so over here, got the poly, and the way to cover the poly, got this little sheet here. It's kind of like a, hey, what are these called when they're putting sheet metal?
I'm doing it. Flashing.
That's flashing. Flashing, apparently. I guess, and then you put the C-channel on top, and the C-channel goes all the way top, so the whole entire end wall here is covered, so that whenever you put plastic, this kind of protects most of the water and stuff from coming in here. And so that's how the whole end wall looks. Just like that. So that end wall is a little different. We'll explain what we're doing. But what I was saying there, the entire end wall moves here. So whenever you lift this up, so there's hinges right here, right there. So this entire flap comes over so you can move the tunnel. The only downside of a movable high tunnel is you got to take off the doors every single time you move the tunnels. But it's just those 3 hinges there. It's not too bad. But like I said, what you're using it for, that's why, I mean, it depends what you're growing. So the one thing about these high tunnel, or this one in particular, it has 5-foot end walls here, or side walls, not end walls, side walls. And then I'm 6'4", so there's tall, there's taller, and then there's really tall. So I'm really tall, 6'4". And so this is, I could reach the top of this purling pipe right here. So this is close to 8 foot here in the air. This is why I like our 8-foot sidewalls, because then these things are 10, 12 foot in the air, and then, you know, whenever you're growing stuff, it just makes it easier for me since I'm super tall. And the taller sidewalls, in my opinion, have better airflow, better aeration, just because whenever we're growing tomatoes in ours, they're 4 to 5 foot above the ground. And then if you have another 3 to 4 foot to the end wall, or to the plastic on the headboard there, whenever the wind blows or anything during the summer, then you get better aeration, better airflow through the tunnel. Like I said, this customer here is just growing figs. So for him, this trees will grow super tall and through there. So I'm not sure how he's gonna have to ventilate this during the summer, but customer gets what he wants. we got really busy and I left the camera in the truck and I totally forgot about it. Sun is going down and I just remember that if I want to film something, I better do whenever the sun is still out, when the sun's away. But anyways, this is a tunnel right here. We got done completely. Now they're drilling the anchors, because since this is a movable high tunnel, it requires anchors and whatnot. So we got done with, these are roll up curtains, so they roll up this way. I'll show you guys on this side right here. So we'll put a motor on this one right here, but right there, so they roll up from the ground. Those are the anchors there that we're putting in. And then of course they have the cables from the inside as well. So this is how it looks. We got the other end wall finished. So they got the cable supports in here like that to the actual track, and then they have the anchors from the outside just to double check and make sure that it doesn't blow away, it doesn't fly away. So this tunnel here is completely finished. 2 layers of plastic. We got that blower installed there. None of the electrical setup here, but simple as can be here. And yeah, this job is completely done, getting close almost. But like I said, I can't film in the dark, so I decided to make some now before it gets too dark on us. Like I said, we still got to clean up here and get everything going, and we're still going to work here until dark. But like I said, high tunnel is complete, and now it's time to head back to the farm. So this is gonna be pretty much it for today. I want to thank everybody for stopping by. If you guys enjoyed the video, go ahead and smash that like button. Well, like I said earlier, we're trying to hit 10,000 by the end of this year, 10,000 subscribers. So if you guys would subscribe, I would appreciate it. I want to say thanks for watching up to this point. You guys have a good day, and we'll see you next time.